water and food now. So we know no air, how long you last. We know no food, how long you can last. What about no water?
Days.
Yeah, we're talking days, isn't it? So once again, it depends on the scenario. So if you are in the middle of Africa and you're running from place to place, lack of water, you will probably last 3 or 4 days. But we have some evidence. So there are some judgments in America wherein people with persistent vegetative state have been allowed to die, and the court says stop feeding them. And generally by about 10 to 14 days they die without water and food. But I think 10 to 14 days is actually an exaggeration, because these people are doing nothing, they're just lying there. They're in vegetative state, so their whatever energy they have can last longer. Whereas if a little bit active, I think we're talking 3 to 4 days, maybe a week at most. Okay, so I'm just trying to run out of time because I really don't have much to say how to prescribe it. Okay, so once again, just looking at stuff that's been happening. No? We all knew when we were growing up, cholesterol is bad for you. Huh? That's what they said. Cholesterol, fat is to blame. That's why we're all dying soon. That's why cardiovascular disease is on the rise. But when we said fat was to blame in the 90s, the percentage of obesity was only about 12%. So they said, right, let's cut out fat from it. Let's go for low fat feed and all that. In 2005, after cutting out fat, the obesity actually rose to about 24%. And they said, right, now it's carbs that are to blame. Now let's go on keto diets and paleo diet. And now they're saying, no, it is sugar that is a bad thing. Sugar kills more people than gunpowder. But what exactly is the truth? PCV already alluded to this. He talked about calorie deficit in ICU. In real life, it is calorie surplus that is to blame, not whether you're eating too much fat or too much sugar or too little protein. It is calorie surplus that is going to blame for this next obesity epidemic. Okay. What are calories? I just start very basic because I'm going to do this talk. I went and Googled it, and this was the first definition that came up. So it's in Google, it's a top hit, so I assume that's right, and it works on me. Every time I think I take too much calories, and my clothes get a bit tighter. Okay. So I and my friend went to a supermarket, and he said, right, I'm on a big diet. I'm going to really eat something healthy, and he took up a handful of mixture of fruits and nuts, and I said, look, I really don't care. I'm just going to have a couple of bar of Kit Kats. And who do you think was better off? Okay. So I think the point is, food is not just about calories. So if you look at nutrition,